On the phone, we have Communications Director for Mo Ranch Camp.
Lisa Winters, thank you so much for speaking with us. This is Henry and Sarah. We appreciate you being live on the air with KENS 5 and giving us insight. Lisa, first of all, how are you doing? Are you safe? What can you tell us?
Yes, we are safe. Most of us at Mo Ranch, we are at the headwaters of sparkling Guadalupe River. We actually have been monitoring this for about 24 hours. We had a huge group of youth, not just our summer campers, but we had a big youth conference with churches from all over the United States. And we prepared well in advance. We were making plans and changing our plans and moving people up to higher ground well in advance last night. So all guests and all campers have been accounted for.
How many people are we talking about, Lisa? I mean, wow.
We had we have several hundred campers. The youth conference, we have several hundred people from churches across the United States. And then we have regular guests that are just coming in for the 4th of July to enjoy the weekend. We moved everyone up. Mo Ranch at this point doesn't have power and we don't have phones, but our team has been we follow a great emergency plan, and we were well prepared. Our hearts go out to all of the other camps. If you're in the camp and conference industry, you're a family, and so we are all trying to pull together, trying to get information from the other camps, and trying to help each other where we can. And so we're very concerned, but if you're in the industry of taking care of kids and guests that travel afar, you have a good plan, and Mo Ranch had a good plan, and it worked. So we're fine, but we're still very concerned about our other sister camps.
Yeah, Lisa, where exactly is your camp located?
Well, we're at the further end. Kerr County and Hunt is now on the map. We have hundreds of camps along the Guadalupe River. Our physical address is 229 FM 1340. So if you go to Hunt and you go 12 miles upstream, we're at the very top of the cliffs of Hunt, Texas. And so we had the great blessing and advantage of being elevated enough to get people to a higher ground.
Okay, so are you basically sending out a message to the folks who are nearby who may be needing a place to come out to your area?
Well, they're certainly welcome. We are at higher ground. Unfortunately, you have to cross several low water crossings to get to us. And when this news first broke, I live right in Kerrville, and I got in my Bronco, which I thought could take high waters, and I couldn't even get past Ingram because of the low water crossings and the devastation. So I had to turn around and come back home. But it would be very difficult for people to probably get to us unless they went a different route, which they could, which would be I-10 to 41 Rock Springs, and then that's higher ground, and then work their way back. We're here to help wherever needed.
Yeah, and if it's difficult to get in, it's going to be difficult to get out as well. So I assume, I mean, you said you guys have hundreds of people from all over the state and all over the country. So I know you're in a safe place, but you can't go anywhere right now, and everyone is okay, correct?
They're all guests, all campers accounted for, and we notified folks if you go that other route to get to our camp, which would be Highway I-10 and then 41, we were able to check campers out safely, and all of the guests that were there that needed to leave had a different route that they could depart from, and very safely and very calmly. We prepared folks before, so it didn't come as a shock, and we worked it through. And so I'm very happy that Mo Ranch was able to prepare in advance and just keep kids and families and parents notified and calm.
Yeah, Lisa, I just want to touch on because something that really just struck me just now is you mentioned just so many camps that are along that area, so many families, so many visitors not from this area, and we have this devastation. Thank goodness you all, obviously got ahead. But talk about obviously, you said your family, the rest of these campers who right now there's so much devastation and unknown. This is really tough, even for you guys right now.
It's very tough, with the exception that Mo Ranch, there are many camps. Mo Ranch is a Christian-based camp, and we prepare kids to be strong and to be resilient and to, have faith that they can get forward. The ironic part of the big youth celebration that I attended last night, where we just changed plans because we knew something was coming. And the whole theme was stress and anxiety for kids and how to fight it and how to be powerful.
Wow.
They put this into place, and they pulled together, and the whole camp and the incredible staff at Mo Ranch that does this every day pulled it together. And there wasn't, I can't say there wasn't that anxiety. I wasn't right there when it all happened, but everybody was prepared and everybody was strong, and everybody safely made it through. And that's all that matters to us.
Lisa, a couple of questions for you. What age group are we talking about in your camps?
All ages. We have little day campers that aren't ready to go overnight and be away from their parents from 5 to 8. And then we have regular camp, overnight campers that are from 8 to 16. But then we have all these guests that were coming in for 4th of July, just to have a wonderful 4th of July at the river. All ages.
And have these kids been reunited with their families, or are they still with you right
yes.
now? Okay, so they
were all reunited. This is actually a Friday is when we close a certain camp session. And so the parents were notified well in advance to come early, that we weren't going to have a closing ceremony. Come get them. They all went that alternate route. They were all informed. Our phones were down. We have a certain channel to reach parents, and everybody calmly came and got their kids. Everyone's reunited, and the groups that were here have gotten home that alternate route, and everything is safe and sound at Mo Ranch.
Well, we're certainly happy to hear that. And I know you mentioned earlier that the camp community is very tight. We've been reporting about Camp Mystic Summer Girls Camp, and the fact they just put out a statement saying that the families who have kids who are unaccounted for have been notified. I was curious, are you in contact with Camp Mystic at all? Do you know anything?
Yes. Our executive director, president, CEO, and all of the upper staff are in constant contact, and they're trying to find out and find ways to help too, any way that we can. And we just haven't heard the final situation. We just don't know. And living in this wonderful small community, you can imagine what we hear and what we don't hear and we don't know, but we're here to help, and we always help each other. This is not, when you're in the camp and conference center industry, you're not in competition with each other. You're there to help each other, because it's all about kids, and that's what's important.
And for those listening right now, what kind of help, in case they do need it, what kind of help are you able to provide them?
Well, I think we're just waiting on power and phone lines to open. But again, we have great backup plans, and we're reaching out to each other and helping behind the scenes where we can. So.
Right. Well, Lisa,
we're good. We just need prayers. That's all we need.
That's what I was about to ask you. What would you like to tell the people who are watching right now? Because we've just been seeing so many devastating images and hearing so many stories that are really tough. What would you like the people to know?
Well, that Kerrville and Kerr County and Ingram and Hunt, this is as close as you can get. There's no better place to live. And when things like this happen, and Fortunately, these things don't happen often. We're all here to help each other. And so we're spending most of our time as we're watching your news, trying to figure out how we can help each other, from Kerrville Pets Alive to the county, the city. We work together, and that's how we're going to get through these things.
That's what it's all about.
It
We
is,
have to take care
yes.
of our fellow neighbors. And Lisa, we appreciate the insight. We're so glad to hear that you are safe, as well as all the campers and the families. Thank you for calling us. And I mean, that's what we have to do. That is why we have been nonstop on the air, is we want to make sure, obviously, that people are safe. But if they need the help, that they can get the help, because that is how we move forward, and that is how things can get better. So,
Yeah.
Lisa Winters, thank you so much from Mo Ranch Camp. We appreciate your insight. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, thank you for your coverage. That's really important to all of us.
Yes, ma'am.
Lisa,
Thank you. Stay safe, please.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
bye.
And
Thank you. Bye.